This is the Relationship Podcast.
This is the Mental Health Podcast.
This is the Self Love Podcast.
This is the Real Life Podcast.
And this is my sister's keeper.
Hey! Hey!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode of My
Sister's
Sister's
Keeper.
Keeper. I'm your girl, Nina.
And I'm Shay.
And we just wanted to say to all of our listeners and followers, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. So Shay, remember last episode we talked about what we called weirdos and weird hoes.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a pretty good episode. A lot of, interesting things to talk about.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
yeah, today we're going to switch it up a little bit though. So we want to talk about something serious, but something that's also informative and positive for everybody. So also we decided that every second week of the month, we're going to do what we call Mental Health Check Day. So this is Mental Health Check number 1, basically. So that's what this episode is about.
Numero uno.
Yes. So go ahead, Shay.
Well, I mean, we're just going to start it off with how we're feeling. How are you feeling today, Nina?
How am I feeling? Well, okay, so I ain't gonna lie to you. Today I had a lot of ups and downs. I started off like on a real positive note today. Like I was happy and optimistic. Of course I was excited because, we're going to come in the studio. I always get excited to, record and, Then like, I don't know, like just little mishaps throughout the day. Like I had a wardrobe malfunction, makeup malfunction coming in today. And I'm just like, I was over it for a minute. I had to pull myself together. But I'm back. I'm here now. So I'm good. But how you feeling, Shay? What's going on?
I'm feeling fine. I can't complain, to be honest. I mean, I'm good.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah, I feel good.
Good. That's good.
All right, so.
You're not going to ask me?
Oh, Art.
Wow.
How are you, Art?
Yes.
I'm feeling great.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm so
Thank you
glad.
for asking.
No problem.
Thank
I'm so glad.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, God. So, yes. All right. So, what do you think about when you hear the term mental health?
I just think it means to make sure your mental state is healthy. I mean, point blank, period. Like, mental health is exactly what it sounds like to me. I know it's more deep and complicated than that, but overall, that's what I think about when I hear it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, I basically think the same thing is, like your mental stability as a whole, like the health of it. Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right. So, we do have a actual definition though. So, according to mentalhealth.gov, oh shit. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also determines how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. Let's see. Over the course of your life, if you experience mental health problems, your thinking, mood, and behavior could be affected. Many factors contribute to mental health problems, including biological factors such as genes or brain chemistry, life experiences such as trauma or abuse, and family history of mental health problems as well.
All right. Am I supposed to go with the next part?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. So, mental health in the Black community. Growing up, like many Black families, we didn't talk about our feelings or issues with. I don't like how that's worded. I'm sorry. Let me start over. What did you write this? Did you?
Yes,
Did you?
I did.
Okay, it says growing up, like many Black families, we didn't talk about our feelings or our issues with our feelings. Okay, now it makes sense. Things were pretty much swept under the rug, and we were expected to just get over whatever the issue was. And the crazy thing is, it goes back generations. Our parents didn't talk about feelings because their parents didn't, and so on. And I mean,
So how did that make you feel growing up, like in our family, like with that?
how it made me feel was that, I mean, I just felt like it was something that was like taboo, just something untouched. You just shouldn't really talk about it. Like, because issues that kids have are minuscule. Like, you know what I mean? It just, they made it seem like it didn't matter because we was kids, and when we get older, we'll have bigger problems. I mean, that's true, but still, it matters in developing.
Right.
So I also feel like mental health, specifically with black males, is at an all-time low because it's, like I said, it's taboo. Like, you just shouldn't talk about it, but it's something that's real and it exists. No matter how much you want to believe that it doesn't, it's there. So, I mean, it's so much not spoken about that is considered to be a weakness. And like, if anything is wrong with a black man mentally that he can't handle, like, there's shame for it. And that makes me so disgusted as a community, how we like created the hyper masculine men who are afraid, and some of them are terrified to even admit that they may possibly have a problem, and they
Yeah.
might just need somebody to talk to. Like,
Right.
it's that simple. That could probably solve it before it escalates, but it doesn't get there because it's not spoken about.
Right.
And I mean, to me, that's one of the bravest things you could do. It takes a lot of courage to even like bring that up.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's just what I feel about it. And it's like your brain is a part of your body, so your brain could be sick just like any other part of your body can get sick, and you need treatment for it. So that's just how I feel about it. How do you?
Okay.
How do you?
Well, I mean, like growing up, like pretty similar to you. I mean, like you said, like we were children, so we were looked at as like, you know, our issues didn't really matter. I mean, like they mattered, but they weren't. It wasn't anything to like really pay attention to. It was like, you know, just get over it. You know, like I don't know, but it made me feel like ashamed. Like it made me feel ashamed for like having all these feelings, and the fact that I also could not understand my feelings. It was
Mhm.
just really frustrating for me.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I had nowhere to like go, nobody to really talk to, nobody who cared or nobody who could understand. And it was just I felt alone a lot, like as a kid.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I like developed a lot of like unhealthy like coping mechanisms. I mean, as I mentioned before previously, like on episode 4, I mentioned that I was a cutter. I still say I'm a recovering cutter. I haven't done it in I think almost a year, so that's good. I am in counseling still. We'll get to that later. But when I was younger, that was what I did. I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't have any way to really express myself, so that's just how I dealt with things. I did want to read something though, and an insert from McLeanHospital.org. It states that, let's see here, from McLean Hospital, it says, my phone is like acting up. Bear with me. Okay. Black people are far less likely to seek care. Statistics tell us that about 25% of African Americans seek mental health treatment. Unequal access to health care is one major contributor to this disparity. Nearly 10% of Black people in the U.S. do not have health insurance. When members of the Black community do seek mental health care, they are more likely to receive it from an emergency department than from a mental health specialist. According to Crawford, other reasons Black Americans receive less care include the lack of cultural sensitivity by healthcare professionals, African Americans feeling I cannot say this word.
Marginalized.
Thank you. Marginalized. I knew I was going to chop that shit up. And the reliance on family, community, and spiritual support instead of medical or psychiatric treatment, even when it is critically necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So we also just wanted, because we also with every episode, we always talk about our personal take on things or our personal experience on whatever topic we're talking about. So we just want to both share, you know, about like our mental health, like, you know, growing up in our youth and stuff like that. Would you like to go first, Shay, or would you like me to?
I'll go first. I mean,
Okay.
because I'll go first because I I'm a undiagnosed. I mean, I don't even know if I would call myself a patient. I'm just undiagnosed. I feel like everybody may possibly be diagnosed with something at some point because you get down about things and you might experience depression. It could be short term or it could be long term. But I've never went to a real like psychiatrist or anything. I had my phases where I had my highs and lows, you know, I still go through it, but I think I masked a lot of my feelings or any situation I was going through that was tough because I'm always like the mediator in the family.
You really are. I felt bad throughout the year. She is.
Like every problem that people have in our family, especially our immediate family, it's like dumped on me and I'm the one that they communicate through. But
I think you're the reasonable one. Everybody, we're all kind of fucked up, but you're the one that's, I think, the least fucked up.
I guess so. I mean, I guess I can agree to that because
yeah, you're more logical than us. We're very irrational sometimes.
yeah. Like I have an open mind. I think I have the ability to have an open mind. I look at so many situations from all different angles and points of view.
Right.
So I guess that's why everybody comes to me or, you know, just feels safe to talk to me, and that's fine. I mean, I'm able to be trusted, and I really think that means a lot. So I masked a lot of my feelings, and at one point I didn't have anybody to talk to because I was the one that everybody talked to. So I did do some online therapy short term, but it literally was probably a month. And it helped me get through the situation that I was dealing with at that point. Like, I didn't feel bad about going and reaching out because sometimes it's just an overload and you just can't handle it. And that's fine. That's okay. It's a part of life. And it got me through. So, I mean, that's all I have to say about my own mental health. 'Cause,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's see a little bit about me. I hate to like say it like this, but it's the truth. Ever since I was young, I've had issues. Let's just be honest. As a young kid, like I couldn't understand. No, well, not even just me. No one could really understand like what was going on with me. A lot of the times I was, I guess you could say, disciplined for what they called acting out or like acting up. And honestly, that's not what it was. I didn't know. No one knew what it was. We all just knew that I had issues. Like my brain was just different from y'all's. Like, like as a kid, like, you know, normally, I mean, like, you know, everybody does experience like happiness, sadness, but mine was to the extreme.
Yeah.
On both ends. Like when I was happy, I was really fucking happy. Like it was strange. Like I was hyper as hell. I was just, when I was sad, I was so fucking depressed. And I brought the mood down. Nobody wanted to be around me. But as a result of that, remember last episode I said I feel like I have trauma from being ignored.
Yeah.
A lot of the times I was ignored as a child, and it really fucked me up. But looking back on it, I understand because, you know, no one knew what that was. They didn't know what was going on, so they didn't really want to deal with it. And the way that people dealt with it, they ignored me. And like I said, that really fucked me up. But I don't know, like I can't remember exactly when. I think I was in 5th grade. I think that's when they decided to evaluate me, like get me evaluated, or something happened. Or maybe I don't remember, but oh shit. I just remember that I think it was 5th or 6th grade. I went to get evaluated, and I think they diagnosed me at the time with like major depression or something like that, because I was too young to be diagnosed with what I actually have, which is bipolar disorder, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But as a child, I was too young, so they diagnosed me with depression. They tried to put me on certain medications, and the thing with mental health, like it is a lot. It's a journey. You have to like try different methods of therapy. You have to try different medications sometimes. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, and it can be discouraging, but you have to be dedicated to trying to better yourself, just trying to understand yourself, you know?
That's scary to me because I, first of all, don't like taking medicine.
I don't either, though.
So, I mean, I understand how important it is to figure out what works for you. It's just so scary to even mess with that. Like, trial and error. Everybody's body is different, so I get why they have to do it. But to me, that's just so scary.
It is, but you know me.
Yeah.
Without medication, no.
Yeah.
I have to be on medication. So, unfortunately, I don't have that option.
But can't the medication as a side effect make it worse?
Depending on, certain medications.
Yeah, that's so scary to take a chance.
It is.
Oh, my goodness.
It is. That's why, like, you have to have the right support system. You have to, like, your therapist has to be on it with you. Like, if you need to see them, like, once a week. Sometimes some people see them a couple times a week. It just depends on you and your treatment, you know, but you have to stay on it. That's the thing.
It sounds like your mic's going in and out. Is
it?
Can you hear it good, Art?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just me moving, probably.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
my bad. My
Okay.
bad, y'all. Like I said, we're still getting used to this. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get it together. But I just, like, as I told you guys, now that I'm 30 years old, well, I've been diagnosed since I was, I believe, 18 years old properly. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and for those who, like, I'm sure everybody's has heard it, or they heard people joking about people being bipolar.
Yeah.
There's a big ass stigma on bipolar disorder. But don't get me wrong, it is a fucked up disorder. But
You know what? I learned so much about it recently, and it all makes sense.
about what? What all makes sense?
Bipolar disorder.
What all makes sense?
It all makes sense. Like, it's not about somebody like getting mad real easy. They're like, "Oh, you're so bipolar." Like, it's not that simple.
It's not that
I
simple.
get it now.
It's
I
a
was
chemical
listening-
imbalance
I
in
was
your
listening
brain.
to another podcast, and I'm into like true crime podcasts sometimes. So, anyways, it was about this missing lady, and I think she was in Nevada, like Las Vegas or something. But she was bipolar, and they said that the reason why she left her home and ended up out there, like I guess like on the street or whatever, she was doing drugs and all that stuff, is because that's like she's chasing the thrill. Like, it was so crazy. I didn't understand that.
Well, let me for
you
people who don't know,
because I was like,
let me first of all give them the
Yeah.
definition first, and
Go
then I'll
ahead.
say my
Okay.
personal experience with being bipolar.
yes.
But so, okay, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, people with bipolar disorder. I can't talk today. People with bipolar disorder experience periods. Leave me alone. Periods of unusually intense emotion, changes in sleep patterns and activity levels, and uncharacteristic behaviors, often without recognizing their likely harmful or undesirable effects. These distinct periods are called mood episodes, aka mood swings. I have them
Or
all the fucking time.
isn't that manic?
I was getting there, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, mania is what it's called, mania, but manic is you're manic. But that's the part of the mania. Mood episodes are very different from the moods and behaviors that are typical for the person. During an episode, these symptoms last every day for most. I'm sorry, that was not right. They can last for longer periods, such as like it can last for several days or weeks at a time. Some people it can last for months.
Wow.
There is no cure for bipolar disorder. But anyway, like what you were saying about that lady that was like chasing a high.
Yeah.
So she probably was okay. So with bipolar disorder, you experience extremely high highs and extremely low lows.
like
it's-
there's no in between.
Yes, it's also
Okay.
called manic depression. So that's what bipolar disorder is. It's mania and depression.
Oh.
And that,
makes sense.
Yes, so it's
Okay.
manic depression. So
Wow.
she was on drugs too, though. So
But
drugs
they
can
said the reason why she
induce that mania.
I know.
Yes, it
and
induces that.
They said she
mania.
didn't take her medicine like she should.
Yes.
And the reason why she surrounded herself with people like that is because she was, chasing that thrill.
Right.
And nobody could understand why she would do something like that. And personally, with situations I watched you go through,
Like what?
you want
We can talk about it. I mean, we've talked about a lot.
just dealing with certain men. You know,
I chase the thrill of
yeah,
that high.
and you know how dangerous the situation could be, but you still put yourself in there.
yeah.
And like we try to tell you what the consequences could be, and you just didn't want to listen. But once you're in there, and then now you're trying to get out, it's like we told you. But now I understand why you do it. I mean, I don't definitely understand, but what's the word I'm looking for?
You got a better picture of it.
Right. Yeah, from the outside looking in,
Yeah.
I can see why you would do something like that.
And like I think it was episode 4 when we were talking about like the traumatic stuff that happened to me, and I was just saying like I was an adrenaline junkie. Like that's the mania part of it. Like when you don't understand, when you're high, it literally feels like you're high. I don't even need drugs. Like I am high as fuck on life. I feel like I'm on top of the world. I can do anything. Like when I'm experiencing a manic episode, I sometimes don't sleep for like 3 or 4 days at a time. Like I don't sleep, and I'll do like everything. I'll clean my whole apartment. I'll like get all these tasks done. I'll like feel invincible. But when I get low, I just got out of a depression actually.
So, what would you
Like-
say you have more of? Do you know, or is it about even, more highs or more lows?
Honestly, I never thought about that. I just know that eventually it'll change. It's never, I'll never have one or the other. And that's the hard part of it. Like you have like of like accepting it. Like that was really hard for me for years. Oh God, it was just really hard for me
Yeah.
to go through that. And then to take the family with me. Like I know I put y'all through hell. I put y'all through a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah. But basically, oh, real quick, I just want to say also from that website, I forgot that there is no cure for it. I mean, you could just treat the symptoms with like therapy and medication, but there is no cure for it. So basically, I will have this for the rest of my life. And a lot of people think, well, I don't really know or care what a lot of people thought. I mean, some people thought it was cool. Some people, whatever. I got a tattoo to represent my disorder. Some people have seen, well, some people know it. I have a tattoo actually of a broken down roller coaster. It's right here. And I don't know if you can really see it that good, but
Yeah.
it's a broken down roller coaster. And the roller coaster, of course, represents the highs and the lows. And it's a constant roller coaster. But I don't know. I think when I want it to be broken down, because even though like I said, there's no cure, I want to break that cycle. I know I can't, but it's like a metaphorical type of thing.
Yeah.
I guess you could say for me.
I liked it. I thought it was a good idea when you thought of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It just cost too much.
anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. It did though. It did. I was young and I didn't understand tattoos, but yeah.
What outline you looking at? Because I don't see what you was just reading about. I swear.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
What
where
you
you're
was just
at.
reading, I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, because we were talking about our experiences with it, and
That's not in here.
I don't know. Which,
Go-
I don't
go
know
right
what
ahead.
you got going on over there, but
Something wrong with your medulla oblongata.
for sure. But anyway, we do want to talk about healthy coping skills, because like I said, I did mention like some of the negative that I mentioned the one negative that I did, and I still have issues with, but I haven't. But anyway, what are
Yeah.
some healthy coping skills that you have, like when you're going through some stuff, Shay?
For me, really, it's just staying busy. Like, even just going to work, it helps me if I'm dealing with something outside of work, I guess, that's bothering me. But when I'm at work, I just don't think about it. I can take my mind off of it and stay busy. But, I mean, it's like most people probably wouldn't want to go to work. They would call off if they feeling down or whatever. But that really helps me.
Okay.
And I like to be around family, friends, you know, spending time with my son because he's my whole world, and just doing stuff with him. He can't see me down, so I stay, like, I put on my happy face, literally.
Your motivation.
I put on my happy face for him because I have to, like, I mean,
Yeah.
or do self-care or shopping because I love to shop.
Are you a shopaholic?
No, I'm not. I'm not rich enough for that.
Oh.
But if I was, I might be.
Oh, okay.
So what kind of healthy coping things do you do?
Well, actually, before I get to me, I'm curious what art does.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you're having a bad day or going through some stuff, what do you do to cope with that art?
break it down, put it in some paper,
Oh.
and give me a lighter.
Okay.
That
Hey,
works
there ain't nothing
too.
wrong with that.
That
Okay.
works too. And
Yeah.
I like to drink wine.
Listen
So
to some music.
Okay.
You know,
That's good.
yeah.
All right.
Probably not the healthiest.
I
but
mean,
It
it's
ain't
a
bad.
natural herb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's natural. It grows in the ground.
I do go to therapy though.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I go to once
Yeah.
a week.
Me too. Me too. That's
cool.
good. That's good.
Even people who don't seem like anything's wrong, I think should go to therapy.
Those be the ones that have the most problems.
I know.
The ones that seem the
Yeah.
most normal. Oh yeah.
Your strong friends, you got to check on the strong friends.
Definitely.
Yeah. they can mask it very well.
Mhm.
Yeah. So for me, y'all, I guess let's see. What can I say I do? Well, like I said, I've already told you guys, like, I've been in counseling since I was in the 5th grade. I'm 30 years old now. So how old was I? Like 10 or 11. 11. Since I was 11.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
I've been in therapy. I'm still in therapy. I don't have the same therapist like throughout the years,
Of
of
course
course.
not. You have
Yeah.
to go to a child therapist and then an adult therapist.
You're right. And plus, like, different I can't talk. Insurances changed and all kind of different stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so therapy, medication, and also I do want to tell you guys something that keeps me grounded. And I just started it back up. I'm actually really excited about this. So obviously, I wouldn't say right now I'm depressed or manic. I guess you could say I'm not like, okay, I don't know how to say it. I'm not neutral, but I'm like not more or less than any. I'm kind of like both right now, if that makes sense.
I don't understand.
Okay, well, anyway, the way to describe it to y'all so y'all understand, I'm actually okay right now.
Okay.
We'll just say I'm okay.
Mhm.
It can go either way right now. But the way that I've been feeling like lately, I'm okay right now. So what I
Yeah.
did was I got back into what I used to do to keep me on track, and I hope and pray that this will put me back on the positive. So I started working out and dieting again. The goal actually isn't, I do care about losing weight and getting fit, but that's not the goal. I don't know why, but when I like diet, I'm on a strict diet too. And I also do intermittent fasting
Mhm.
and I work out. It keeps me grounded. I have responsibility now, like, and I control what goes in and out of my body. I
Yeah.
pay more attention to it.
Mhm.
I write it down, like I track everything, and it just gives me like a goal, like
Yeah.
something to focus on,
Right.
something really positive.
I was gonna ask, or see what you think about this. Like, what you put in your body, do you think that has an effect on your mental?
Actually, certain foods do. I
Like the
believe.
chemicals in it, maybe
Yeah, certain
chemically
foods,
imbalance your brain.
certain foods do actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Isn't
didn't.
that crazy?
I should have looked that up actually, but yeah,
That would have
certain,
been interesting.
maybe
to
for the
know.
next mental health check we'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, certain foods are good for certain things, and certain
Yeah.
foods are bad for certain things.
I
Basically.
heard people like to microdose like the mushrooms,
Yes,
psychedelics.
If I wasn't on medication, I would do mushrooms.
Yeah.
But I'm on medication, so they block those chemicals. I can't get
Oh.
high off of them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because
Oh.
I'm on well, first of all, I'm on a mood stabilizer, and I'm also taking an antipsychotic.
Mhm.
So it sounds funny, but yeah, I'm taking a mood stabilizer and an antipsychotic.
Yeah.
I also was on an antidepressant, but they took me off of that because the symptoms of that were making me like, I wouldn't say suicidal, but I started idolizing death.
Oh.
So they had to take me off that shit. But I
Wow.
am on a mood stabilizer, and I am on an antipsychotic,
Mhm.
and they actually work.
Yeah.
My problem is staying consistent.
Yeah.
Another thing real quick about bipolar disorder and probably other mental illnesses, but I am speaking from experience with bipolar. You get to a point where you, like I said, you feel okay. Like I'm there right now. Like I feel okay. And the problem is when you feel okay, you think you don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
So you stop taking it.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll last for a while. It can last for a while, but eventually it'll catch up with your ass and
Yeah.
you'll be right back where you started.
Yeah.
So my goal is to just stay consistent. And honestly, with working out and dieting, I really think that's going to help me. And it's also going to hold me accountable because now I put it out there to you guys. So now I got to keep up with it.
Right.
And I'm happy about it because I want to do this. So yeah.
You can do it. You've done it before.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Like what was that? Like 2 years ago I lost 50 pounds off
Yeah.
of this. Like I said, the goal is not really the weight loss. It's more so like just being a better version of myself.
Yeah.
And just being healthier, being happier. Like I was happier And then I let myself go and just gained everything and started eating like shit and drinking and yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well,
back on track now.
That's all that
it took a while.
matters.
It took a couple of months to do it, but I'm finally here. So
That's all that matters.
yeah.
Yeah. So wait, what do you want me to? Oh, okay. So when you are down, like, what kind of movies or music do you listen to, like, to make you feel better?
Well, you said movies
Yeah.
and music.
Yeah.
For movies, okay. How about every time we do one, like a mental health check, we'll say a movie and then a song. So this time, for the movie, I have always been in love with, ever since we were kids, the movie called Bedazzled, featuring what's his name, Brendan or Brandon? Brendan Fraser.
Mhm.
He's a really good actor. I've been like, when he was younger, I used to be in love with him.
What
Like when he was
happened
on
to
The
him?
Mummy. I mean, he's still an actor.
I have not seen him in a movie in years.
He just did the movie called The Whale.
He did?
Yeah.
Is he old now?
He's old, and he's
Oh.
like in the movie. He's like overweight, and I don't know what the
I
whale was
wanna see
about.
what he looks
I have to
like.
watch it. I don't know what it's about, but I think he got an award for it, or
The
I don't know what
Whale.
happened. He's a good actor. Anyway, Bedazzled, real
Oh.
quick, is about a guy named Elliot Richards. Elliot Richards, and he was basically like a loner, a nerd. He didn't really get women. He didn't have any friends either. Like nobody. He didn't even have any friends.
Oh my gosh, that's not him, is it?
Yes. But I
What?
think that's a lot of it is
Wait a
makeup from the
minute.
movie.
Yeah, I know, but when you said the whale,
That's
I
what
thought
it's
it was
called.
about an ocean animal, not him looking like that.
Yeah, he looks like that. I don't know what it's about though, but it looks like I want to watch it.
I did not expect
I think he
to
got an
see
award for
that.
it. He got an award.
Why? What's happening here?
I don't know, but about Bedazzled. So Elliot Richards is like a loser, and basically he meets the devil in the form of a very attractive woman, and she convinces him to sell his soul for, was it 6 or 7 wishes? 7?
Was it that many?
I think it was 6 or 7. I don't know.
I don't know.
But like it basically, so he'll wish certain things. Like he was in love with this girl, and in every wish, like he was supposed to be with her, but it always ends up messed up. Anyway, long story short, or the devil was always fucking with him in his wish, and it always went bad. But the overall story is like you just got to be happy with yourself. And in the end, he got out of it. Of course, he didn't go to hell. Well, he did go to hell for a second, but he got out of it.
Because the man in jail said your soul is not really yours to sell.
Right. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It was
And
funny. It was hilarious.
yeah, y'all gotta watch it. If you, like I said, it's called Bedazzled, featuring Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
So the song, let's see, what song did I say I was gonna say?
Emily Sande.
Yes. I also mentioned that I think in episode 4. It's called "Breaking the Law" by Emily Sande. She wrote it for her sister. It's a beautiful song. Every time I listen to it, I actually like start tearing up, or I will actually cry, because it just makes me think about my relationship with my sister and like
Aw.
how she's always there for me, and all the shit that we've been through, or that I've told her and she went through it with me. Like, yeah. So what are yours? What's your what's the movie or TV show that you would like this week that you would probably like watch to like get through? And what song also?
This week?
Yeah. Or like this month, because like, next
I
month we're gonna do it
mean,
again.
Yeah, but I don't know. It depends on what I'm going through. If I need a pick me up movie,
Yeah.
it would be something like what's the name of that one with what's her name? When she was like the queen's granddaughter.
The Princess Diaries.
Yes, I love the Princess Diary.
I love that movie with Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, that was a nice little fairy tale. So that makes me feel better. And also the one with Hilary Duff, when the Cinderella story.
Okay.
I like that one too.
Okay.
And Miss Congeniality, I like that. All the Adam Sandler movies, I just love his
You
movies.
just giving them all away.
I
You're
know, but
supposed
I
to give
can't
one.
help it. I'm rambling. I got more though, so I'm not gonna run out.
So what song?
I just had it here. I forgot. Her name is Zoe Wees. I think she's British, but it's called "That's How It Goes."
Okay.
And
What's that
that's-
song about?
Just about reality, basically, like how you can't really depend on people. You gotta depend on yourself.
Okay.
So that makes me like. There was a quote that I used to love. It says something like, "Nobody's coming to save you. Get up." Like I always just think about that when I'm in a tough spot. It's on me. Like
do you not feel like you have a support system?
I do, but I feel better when I do it myself. I'm a very independent person, so I don't know. It helps me feel stronger.
I really think you should go back to counseling.
Nina!
Not in a rude way. No.
Wow.
I'm not trying to be rude about it. I'm not trying to be rude about
would
it.
you do-
But I'm just saying, I think, like, because, like, I mean, yes, it's okay to do stuff by yourself, but, like, I think it's good to have a support system,
I
too.
have one, but I like to feel accomplished alone sometimes. I appreciate the support I get. Why would you say that?
I didn't mean no disrespect. I was just saying.
Oh my gosh, she's so embarrassing. Like, stop.
Oh my God.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with
There's
therapy.
nothing
No,
wrong
there's
with
nothing
it.
wrong with therapy.
Me and
Nothing
Art
wrong.
are in therapy.
I couldn't afford it, so I stopped going.
Oh, okay.
That's a excellent reason not to
Mhm.
go.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest,
Yeah.
if my insurance wasn't so good,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I heard people paying like $70 a week. You know, just
Yeah,
something
it was
crazy.
expensive.
I'm
Yeah.
Like, nah.
But I think because I went online, I didn't look and see like somebody local who took my insurance. So
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably
Yeah,
my
maybe
fault.
you should.
I
You
mean,
definitely got to do that.
I can get
Yeah.
insurance. I could get therapy through my job. I didn't do it that way though. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
But no, I didn't. I was just saying, like we said before,
can't
like
believe
I
you
feel
said
like
that.
everyone should. No,
Yeah,
I think
I
everyone
know.
should. So
Yeah, but I'm okay right now. Like I don't really feel like there's an issue. But I always feel like that, so maybe I should just in case, just to make sure that I'm not like making this up in my head or not seeing something that somebody on the outside looking in could see, you know.
yeah.
So maybe you're right. I have to get back in there. So I mean, I guess I'll do the sweet treat of the day.
Okay.
You ready for that?
Yes.
I'm
please.
not ready for it yet because I don't even got it pulled up. Okay, anyways. Oh, so I'm a candle person. I love candles. There's a lot of candles around the house. But you know how the wick gets real low because the wax is all melted?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have like a lighter that's a candle lighter. You got like the short ones or something, but you're going to burn yourself.
Mhm.
Did you know you could use spaghetti, like uncooked spaghetti?
Hold up.
You could light it on the stove, and
What?
it's like a longer stick of
Mm.
fire.
I have never heard of that. 'Cause I'll put my
Yeah.
the hand with
and
the lighter
hurt
and
yourself.
burn the tip of my damn
Yes.
finger and stuff.
That's a fire tip.
I know,
I like that.
right?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti burns, but not too fast. It's just
Yeah.
like a long matchstick or something, basically.
I have never heard of that. I gotta try that.
I actually just purchased my lady friend
Ooh, lady
Elec-
friend.
an electric candle lighter today.
Oh,
Electric.
Yeah, you ever seen one of them?
no, I've never seen it. It's
me,
on.
me either till she sent me the Amazon.
I was about to say it must be on Amazon.
It was on Amazon, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They got
Yeah.
everything. So I'm gonna use that.
That's definitely a really good sweet treat. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to try that too.
Yeah, I'm using that.
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause we all just bought all those candles from Bath and Body Works, so you know.
Yeah.
It's cheap. You don't have to spend no money. I know you got spaghetti in the house, you know?
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
You better at least have some spaghetti.
Right.
All right. So I'll do my little inspirational quote real quick. I have two, so I just kind of combined them together, I guess you can say. And they both came from the website. You guys ever heard of Good Housekeeping?
Yeah, of course. They
Yeah.
make magazines.
Oh, okay. The quote, well, oh God, I'm fucking up. I said okay. Anyway, they both say mental health is not a destination, but a process. It's about how you drive, not where you're going. And then vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they're never weakness.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say that
like
real
that.
quick.
Deep.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
too.
I like that one. That was a good one.
Yes.
So go ahead and tell them our handles.
Well, you guys can follow us on YouTube at MSK Podcast.
Mhm.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
MSK Podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Isn't it just My Sister's Keeper
Yep.
podcast?
Well, just search My Sister's Keeper. You don't have to
Oh,
put,
you don't put
podcast.
podcast?
Yeah.
And tell them our email.
The email is mskpod611@gmail.com.
Okay. Oh, also real quick, guys. We understand that, some people listen to us, but some people are also starting to watch us on YouTube. So if
Mhm.
you are watching us on YouTube, please be sure to hit the like button if you like this video, and also hit subscribe and hit that little bell notification so you get notified every time we post new content. We'd
Mhm.
really appreciate it. That definitely will help us a lot and help our channel and, spread the word.
Share.
Yes, share
Yep.
and follow us. So once again, thank you for listening.
Thanks, guys.
And this is
My
My
Sister's
Sister's Keeper.
This is the relationship podcast. I'm so glad you didn't
This
clap.
is the mental health podcast.
This is the self